from the News Channel 5 Network. This is Pasa, Nashville.
Bienvenidos and welcome to Pasa, Nashville. My name is Cristina Allen and thank you for joining us. My guests today are from the Valor Collegiate Academy. We have Mr. Todd Dickson, who is the founder of Valor Collegiate Academy and is also the CEO and an advisory member of the Valor Collegiate Board of Directors. Thank you very much. And we have Kassar, who is a dear friend who's been on the show very much, who's a director of community relations. I don't think I mentioned your last name. I just know you as Kassar so well. Abdullah, thank you very much for both being on the show. There's a lot of talk in metro schools, a lot of talk of charter schools, and the benefits of utilizing school funding, metro school funding for charter schools, but the results is that it's more measurable in the needs of academic to certain, I guess, neighborhoods or locations, or the way you teach, I guess, at that specific charter school. What is going to be Valor, and why is it so important to have it here in the heart of the Latino community off of Nolensville Road, correct?
Yes, it is. And we're really excited to be here. And I ran schools in California, in Northern California, for about 10 years, called Summit Public Schools, and we had a part of our mission for the school was that it would be a truly diverse group of students. So we really wanted kids from all different backgrounds, including socioeconomic backgrounds, to be together in the school and to all be accomplishing really great academic outcomes. And our goal was to have every kid be able to choose to go to the college of their choice by the time they graduated high school. And so we were recruited here. Mayor Dean flew out to see some great schools in California and toured Summit, and I gave him the tour, and he then said, you should come do that in Nashville. So my wife and I looked at Nashville and decided that we loved it and be a great place for our kids.
Well, that's a huge move, too, to be recruited to not only head this up, but understand the possibilities as well as the agony that we go through in our growing Latino and global community. As you know, we're only maybe, the global community was just recognized in the year 2000 census and has since grown tremendously. And it has impacted our metro schools. What makes your school different, and why should my children maybe apply there?
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We purposely put the school on Nolensville Road in South Nashville because we wanted a truly diverse group of kids to go to the school. We felt like that was one of the most naturally diverse places in Nashville because it has such a wide range of backgrounds of families that live there. So we purposely put it in Southeast Nashville, and we're really good from many years of working with kids with ELL backgrounds, so teaching them how to learn English as well as academic skills is a challenging thing to do really well. It's something that California's been working on much longer just because they've had such a big Hispanic population there for many years. So we feel like we have a lot of strategies and approaches to working with kids with ELL backgrounds so that they can be successful in rigorous academic courses.
And Kassar, you are now the business development. What exactly is your role and your, I guess, the excitement of doing this?
Sure. So my role is really to go out to the community, in particularly the Southeast community, let them know about their school choice options, and Valor being one of them. It is it's a great opportunity for the families that live there. They are very drawn to some of the key models of Valor and what really makes Valor so unique. One of them is actually diversity. Valor is intentionally creating a diverse student population because we believe that we need to prepare students to succeed in their future in many ways. And as we know, our world is really shrinking, and like you mentioned, you know, the census really just showed how Nashville bloomed and became an international city. And we need to be able to sort of provide that to students in a diverse setting. So as they're learning from their peers, they're around diversity and growing. Our parents are really looking for an opportunity where their kids can be not only just succeed in college, but being professionals in their world. And the way we predict our world will be, you know, Nashville and Tennessee, it is becoming a very globally, a global community.
I think also you'll see that within our radius of 50 miles, which is a drawing point of all the colleges and universities, they are all doing international studies, you know, where they're having sister relationships with colleges in China, Argentina, all over, because they realize that there's no more borders in this world. But the question is, as we can attract a diverse community, how do you attract a diverse teaching staff or staff? Because I would think that would be a challenge. I am originally from New Mexico. You know, as in California, we have a long set of generations of Latinos that speak both languages, professionals. Here you don't find as many. Are you going outside the original borders to see what you can bring in, or do you find them here?
That's a great question, and we are working really hard on that right now, hiring teachers and recruiting and trying to have a teaching staff that reflects the diversity of the students. And I think the answer is we're doing both, is that we're looking really hard in Nashville and looking for talented teachers of any background, but we want them to also reflect the backgrounds of our kids. But we're also going outside of Nashville as well, so because we really want to attract a world-class faculty, and so we were at Harvard a month ago. We've been at Stanford University, and we're looking all around the country for really top-notch faculty that can deliver. That's a breath of fresh air.
I mean, seriously, that's a breath of fresh air to knowing that you cannot recruit the same type of teachers that I think the Southeast has always recruited, because it's not reflected of our growing global community, our refugee program, and so forth. But are they going to be culturally aware of as well as the praying, the eating habits? I mean, do you bring that into the staff and do cultural awareness for your staff as well?
We do, and it's something that's very important to us, and we've actually designed the school in a very unique way where the time's used differently. So teachers actually teach for 8 weeks. They teach an academic session, and then we do the elective courses for 2 weeks. We call that expeditions, and our academic teachers don't teach for those 2 weeks. So they have 2-week blocks throughout the school year where they have professional development. So we have about 57 days of professional development for teachers, where a typical public or private school spends about 4 to maybe 7 days. So we spend almost 10 times as much time developing teachers, and a piece of that development model is on multicultural teaching. So we do spend time on it because it's so important.
Because I think it does trickle down to the students and embracing the parents that also have to learn about how to be a parent in metro schools or at your school, because a lot of these parents don't know the basic elements of their role, especially if they don't know the language and how they can help their children. Kasar, in going out to the community, have you found it an embracing opportunity for people seeing this as maybe creating their own school for their children, or has it been difficult to educate some of the newcomers here to understand that they do have a role for their kids?
We definitely, we face challenges of educating, especially the ELL community, about their school choice options. Many of them are not aware, don't even understand the current education system, ways to engage it, and what does it mean for me. So by really reaching out to them and let them know that they have school choice options, and they do have the power to really engage in their child's education, has really been very rewarding for me. I have seen sort of parents really light up and say, really, you mean I can influence the type of education that my child receives? And that has been really very exciting for me as I go out into the community. And then also really engaging them, right? So beyond choosing a school for their child, but staying engaged. What does that mean? How do I become engaged? How do I work with the students?
That as well. In some of your statistics, your goal is for the graduates of 2023 to be accepted to four-year college or universities 100%. 100% scholars will be proficient in the character strengths as well as the mastered one core discipline. We understand that as parents. Children will trust you to understand that. Parents have to trust as well, but do they get what that means in those years when they graduate and get to college? I mean, is that something that's just basic as well as teaching?
I think it's incredibly important. We have a mentoring program, so every teacher gets 16 kids in 5th grade when they start at Valor, and they shepherd those kids through for 8 years, and they have a personalized learning plan, so they actually set goals
that's
with them.
As well.
And the parent and the mentor teacher and the student design that personalized learning plan, and they meet about it every year. And so the parent gets a lot of coaching and help and feedback from someone on the staff.
Sounds like private school.
Yeah, and so and it's a hugely helpful piece to help a lot of parents who maybe aren't used to being involved in school. They have someone that they know and they trust that they can call, or that can come to their house and talk to them about their student and their goals, and to make sure that we're continuing to keep them on the college track.
See, that's important. You're just taking or holding their hand all the way through, both the parents and the student. You're not just saying, okay, thank you, great teacher, here's your next year.
Yeah, it's taking a big school and making it feel smaller because you have small groups.
Now, what is your goal for your, I guess, your academic? We're going to put your website on there so people can have more information, especially if you want to register. What are some of the deadlines we're approaching?
So currently we're accepting 4th grade student application for next year who will be 5th graders in August 2014-15. Our admission is going on right now until end of February 28th. We have a very exciting upcoming event called Family Preview Night. It's going to be on January 28th. I'm sorry, 30th.
Yeah.
Thank you. January 30th. I have it right in front of me.
And
at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah, and so is there anything just to keep going on the website to look for the upcoming events
some of the
well
ways
as registration?
some of the ways to actually register, you can definitely register online. You can give us a call or you can attend some of the information sessions. So one of the big events coming up is the Valor Preview Night.
Okay, and we can put that on the website, which they can see. As we're wrapping up, where exactly are you going to be located? Off Nolensville Road in Haywood area, I believe?
Yes, we just signed a lease agreement, which we're excited about, for the building on Nolensville by Haywood. It's a social security building.
Correct, right there where the Lowe's used to be up there.
Yeah, where there's a Lowe's and a food
Most
line.
Most people are very familiar with that area.
Yeah, we're excited about that, the potential of that area, and we're looking at that being possibly a long-term campus as the Lowe's and the food line that we could turn into having fields and a large campus. So, but we'll start in the Social Security building there, which is a perfect starting
And people
spot.
from all over Metro can apply.
Yes.
Not just that area. If they love, enjoy, and respect diversity and what that brings not only to the education level. I mean, my daughter attends Meg's in Hume-Fogg, very diverse schools, but it's a lottery type school, very difficult to get in. This is another way of not only having great academics, but a diverse community, which is really a character that you're really more emphasizing, which I don't know if people realize the assets of diversity when they get older. So,
and I think in addition to the diversity piece, what really makes Valor unique is our core value around joy. We really want to build an institution that not only do students find joy in attending and are excited and love learning. We want to go beyond just teaching them their basics and what they need to learn, but really installing their love of learning.
Perfect.
And also very joyous for parents to feel very welcomed and be part of the school that's very reflective of the community in Southeast Nashville.
well, you've gotten a great spokesperson to do business development. Kasar, thank you very much. Todd, welcome to Nashville and your family.
Thank you very much.
And thank you both for being on Que Pasa. We'll be right back with Que Pasa Nashville. Gracias. It goes by